going back into Stranglethorn Vale again. Not particularly happy about, but I need points. Oh, no one bought those. Okay, fine. I'll just vendor that shit then. No one's gonna use it. Just drop it.
Need something?
Damn. People had their chance.
Travel.
I think we're gonna... Yeah, these are still in like the northern area. Oh, okay, fine. Oh. Oh, I see. Are you guys bot camping the vendor? Probably.
Need help?
Oh.
Light bless you. I buy and trade.
Y'all bot camping?
Go with honor.
Oh yeah, that paladin logged out right there. They're just logging in and out on a timer to buy the rare drops. Fucking moron. Thanks, asshole. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I quit playing the game is just people set timers for like every spawn in the game, and they'll just camp it so that no one else is ever able to get any, and just bad behavior. What's the fastest way here? Oh shit, I guess the fastest way is to actually just run the Westfall diagonally versus going to Stormwind. Yeah. Yeah, I would not recommend World of Warcraft to a new player. It's very unfortunate that that's the case, but unless you want to sit down with timers, purposely research the farms, and like do that, then it's not really worth it. Like, yeah, that's why I'm interested in the whole Season of Discovery thing that they announced at BlizzCon, but that is legit only going to be good for like I'd say a month tops before Season of Discovery gets fully data mined and bot farmed. So it's a good thing it only goes to level 25. They're talking about expanding it out to further levels later on, but yeah, generous is a month before it's solved. It'll be really cool for a month if it gets that far. I think the first 2 weeks is really where it's gonna be great. But by then everyone will have done a raid lockout already. I don't know what the raid lockout for Black Fathom Deeps is gonna be. If it's gonna be a 3-day, a 5-day, or a 7-day. I'm just guessing 7. But I think after the first raid lockout, up to the first one, like the first week, it's gonna be like no one knows. Then by the end of the second week, when people have, you know, been able to like really work on the bosses, however many there are. Because 1 week is no one knows anything. Week 2 is okay, we've developed a strategy. And then after that, it's just repeat, repeat, repeat. And then the no-lifers will have solved the game, posted that on the internet. The botters will get that information and then set up camps for the new spawns. And then it'll be, I don't know, I'd say the next 2 weeks is the economy. It takes time for the bots to get up. That's like a week for them to get everything straightened out. And then the next week is realizing that the economy is going downhill. This is Dwarf Priest bot. I think that's a Dwarf Priest bot. I think there's Priest bots and Hunter bots. I've seen a lot of Dwarf Priests doing suspicious behavior. Okay. Actually, I should have just gone straight down through Duskwood. No, because there's that giant thing there. Paladin bots. No, that's just normal play. Sorry, that's mean. I could see why you'd bought a Paladin. They're dreadful to level. I got 1 to 10. No, I think 11. And I hated every moment of it. It was the most bored I've ever been playing this game. Like, they have nothing going for them. Also, hi, Penumbra. Hope your day's going well. Hope your hunter is still good. Did you get Deathmaw yet? I'm, like, so curious about that. Or at least figure out why it wasn't spawned. Still no spawn. Now I'm starting to wonder if there's like a link or like a linked spawn or like a trigger or something like that that you have to trip to get it. That's a little unusual. And it sounds like you've put in a shitload of hours on the farm, so like I feel like you should have seen it alive or dead. Yeah, the fire giant. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with your conclusion that that would probably be the next thing to check and see if that's linked like that. All right, so I got a weird World of Warcraft story. This dude's name is Dr. Pepper, and I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper right now. Hell yeah. I had a really weird dream yesterday, where I was playing World of Warcraft on like a Steam Deck while sitting at a table with a bunch of my friends outside at like a barbecue. And for some reason, I'm playing World of Warcraft on the Steam Deck with Robert Downey Jr., the actor who plays Iron Man in the Marvel movies, the Marvel superhero movies. And it's just like a regular day, and he's just at this barbecue, and we got talking like, "Hey, yo, you play World of Warcraft?" And it's like, "Hey, man, have you played World of Warcraft hardcore?" So I'm teaching Robert Downey Jr. how to play hardcore WoW, and it turns out he's really good at it. He just never played hardcore. And then we get this heinous like 12 mob multi-pull, and he wants to run away, and I have to like talk him up, and I'm like, "Dude, Robert, you can do this pull, man. You're the shit, man. You're such a good mage, dude. Come on, don't run. We can do it." He's like, I don't know, man. I don't want to start over." Like, "No, it's fine. Just remain calm, dude. Just drop the blizzard. It's okay." I'm like hyping him up, and then we didn't die to 12 like weird flaming skeleton enemies. It was pretty funny. Just the thing that stands out to me is like, why was it on a Steam Deck? That's why it's been stuck in my head since I woke up. That was a weird one. Okay, I'm gonna stop blink walking so I can regenerate mana on the way there. Yeah, I think I'm looking for tigers, bassies, And the Venture Co. at the lake. Okay. That gives me quite a to-do list. And my goal is to get 38, and then as far as reasonable beyond that. And then work tomorrow. And then I'm going to try to get to 40 by Tuesday. Picked up a bunch of hours at work. Buffs. 3 different buffs right here. Okay. So, I kind of want to do tigers and stuff first. And I saw those just, like, down here. Everything's, like, packed so close together. I really want to get my chips and salsa out of the fridge. Not that the chips aren't in the fridge. That would be a little weird. The salsa is. I might do that, like, in an hour or so. Okay. A young Stranglethorn. No way. I saw an elder one the other day, right in the area. That's a regular Mistveil gorilla. The Giblets quest is like the thicky Mickey gorillas. That's a strong username. Their username is just Widow. Yeah, there it is. I was right. This is where the tigers are. Okay, now that I'm here, let's get buffs. Let's just get all of them. And prepare for battle. It used to have the StarCraft Brood War Artanis scout sound effect where he says prepare to die. No, it wasn't it. It was Infested Terran, I think, that did it. It said prepare to die, and that was my like Windows boot up noise on my computer, the Windows operating system. You'll get world buffs. Dude, I wish I could get world buffs, but I'm never on at, like, peak hours, because, like, I work. Or I'm just, like, yeah, it's mostly work. So I'm just never on when they're doing, when they're dropping, heads or ZG buff. Because there's a guild that raids. And they'll put buffs down, but I just haven't been on. Or they're on the wrong layer. And, you know, I don't want to fuck around and, like, try to... I don't want to layer hop, not even in a town. Scared some asshole's gonna get me killed. I have intense trust issues, as I've mentioned. I have absolutely no faith in other video game players anymore. Not since Arathi Bazin Classic. World buffs are great, but that they're, like, so firmly required by guilds to the point where it's, like... it's like negative that they exist instead of fun. That's not good. Like, I hated the mandatory world buff so much. I got the rules changed in my guild. Because I'm like, bruh, sometimes I actually want to play my character. I don't have alts, dude. I have one character. I don't want to have to get buffs and then not play for 3 hours because that's stupid. He's like, just make another character, dude. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm like, what if instead of world buffs, I brought like a flask? Like, would that be like an acceptable trade? And he's like, oh shit, yeah, if you want to buy a whole flask instead of, you know, instead of getting like all the world buffs. I'm like, yeah, if I can just do Ani ZG in a flask. And they were totally cool with it. I talked about it a lot yesterday, but that's the reason why I liked the guilds that I played with. We had a lot of like conflict, like me and them, but thankfully people were generally good at like just talking stuff out, you know. And it didn't always work out the way I wanted, but like they weren't dicks to me afterwards, like I've had some guilds historically be towards me. I didn't like the soft res system, so I just never soft resed anything, and no one complained. Well, okay, that's not true. A few people complained, but the person who did loot was like, yeah, so he can bitch all he wants. He'll just go last on loot, and he doesn't care. Why are you complaining? You're gonna get loot before him. Who gives a shit? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not loot hungry. I don't give a shit. Because soft res, the argument that I had is soft res is just a loot list. And I don't know why that soft res got accepted so much by, like, the community when, like, filling out an entire loot list sheet, is, like, not as accepted. That's something that, like, I don't get. Because when you have, like, a static, which I think, like, if you have a set group that you're always playing with, and you're always soft-resing the same things, like, you know what the soft-reses are going to be ahead of time. So it's literally just like having a, like a set loot list sheet that you fill out for one of those loot systems. We did that in AQ. We had, like, a loot list, and you'd fill out what items you wanted in what order. And, the lists all got compared and they figured out who was going to get what when, and I'm like, this is stupid. Because then it's like, if you want something that's not, like, if something drops that's not on your list, right? And they're like, well, if it's on no one's list, we'll just roll for it. And I'm like, okay, thank goodness. You're an intelligent guild. Because I've had guilds where, I've seen them, where, like, I've applied to a guild and been in their loot rules, and I'm like, wait a minute, if the gear's not on anyone's loot list, you just disenchant it. They're like, yeah, we can't have people, like, trying to, like, manipulate to get extra gear. I'm like, huh? Are you stupid? Never mind. I'm withdrawing my application. You're dumb. But, a lot of people apparently are into that, so whatever. The correct loot system to use is the one everyone agrees on. So it works out on for people. Man, GDKP is great except for gold buying. Like, that's the only part about it that's shitty, is because people just illegally buy gold. And it horribly inflates everything. Like, Whitemane's, no. Firemaw? Server Alliance era has no Alliance guilds that do any loot systems. It's all GDKP. So if you want to do Classic Era on that server ally side, it's only GDKP. Get wrecked. Like, it's dumb. Like, there's not really, like, casual raiding over there. It's not. It's a very hostile environment. For better and worse. Like hostility can be, doesn't always have to be a bad thing, right? Like, there's a lot of hostility in PvP, but, you know, it's not always, like, negative, right? It's, like, weird to explain it. Like, there's a lot of, like, Like, there's a lot of, like, adversarial conduct. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. I used to do martial arts, right? And, like, there was a lot of adversarial situations between me and other people, but it was cool. We're just there to compete, you know, and it's all right. That would only make sense to a PvPer, sorry. That's all right. Yeah, it is unhinged. I will fully accept that it is unhinged. The thing about it is you have to let people opt into that, and there are a lot of people out there that are kind of forcing that upon others unduly, and that's what I don't like about it. Because, as I mentioned, I think it can be just fine, but it's like in an opt-in scenario. Like, I opt in for it when I, you know, get into PvP environments, either digitally or, you know, in person. Like, I signed up for that. But you have people that want to raid that are not signed up for that type of scene. And they shouldn't be forced to do that, but unfortunately, due to the nature of them being hideously outvoted by, like, the culture of the game, that they get stuck in those situations when they shouldn't have to be. I don't like that. If they don't want conflict, they shouldn't have to endure it to play the game. But there's a lot of, like, that's just how it is, bro, going on that is, like, really not healthy or okay. Like, that's not good behavior. This is why there aren't new players to WoW. The thing that's gotten new players is hardcore. There's a lot of new people trying out the game because they like those types of challenges. I've seen a lot of actual new people to WoW. They've been like, hey man, you play a lot of WoW. What do you think of this hardcore thing? Should I try it out? And my answer is just like, yes. Absolutely. If you want to try out the game and you want, like, a challenge that's different, please go for it. Because you don't have to deal with all the level 60 bullshit. It's just like, can you get to 60 is the challenge. And then they can dip and, you know, hopefully have a good experience with the actual, like, gameplay. And not have to deal with all of the, like, really yucky, like, endgame behavior that puts so much of a negative opinion on the game these days. I have really weird takes on things, just for future reference. I am not a normal person. I just, yeah. I have a lot of very bizarre, like, centrist views on things. That's a lash tail? Yes, it is. Ooh, baby. Okay, okay. Okay. Are you guys social with each other? Please be social with each other. It'll be much easier if you are. Okay, just a little safety. Oh. We're gonna just pot for safety here. They have multiple stuns. Oh, someone picked one out. That's cool. You can do that if they want. Oh, that does get all three of them, I think. No, it missed. Oh, got it. Alright, that multiple stuns off the rip was real scary. Plus the elevation difference, it being on a hill here. Okay. Use my good potion to be safe. Yeah, leveling in retail, I did not see other people. Never. I don't think I saw a single person until I got to, like, above 100 and was going through Warlords. And then I saw, like, 1 or 2 people in Warlords. That's because I think the boost was to level 100. There was also really aggressive, like, sharding. So I just never saw people. And I still don't really see people in Classic that much. Like, if I get to a zone during, like, peak hours, I'll see people. The only time I really see people is if I'm on early and I'm on a shard or I'm on a layer that gets populated slowly over time. Usually I end up on a layer and I feel like there's no one on it.
I need to get closer.
Can I get this one? Just do a 3-pull here. Much smaller, much safer. Get frozen, idiot. But if you're one of the people that does play during, like, normal hours, it's popping. Like, there's a lot going on. Awkward. Okay, sure, whatever. Alright. That quest is done. Yeah, there's I think that there's a lot less of the, like, 24/7 players. Like, all hours of the day players. People seem to really play in shifts in a big way for much shorter amounts of time. I feel like there's 4 hours in the evening where it's just crazy. And then it drops off really hard after that. Yeah, I haven't really run into a lot of people in Arathi. I've seen a few people in Stranglethorn Vale. But maybe it's just, you know, because the leveling. You know, maybe because people just get cratered and don't make it to 30. That could have something to do with it. I'm not really sure what causes things to be the way that they are. Okay, so we need blood scalps. Can it be any of them, though? Because I'm worried that the higher levels are going to be absolutely barren. Okay, I can get them from these mobs. Alright, we good. Guess we'll just clear through this area then. Yeah, I saw like those 2 Horde players in Badlands and 1 Priest while I was there. And then, yeah, in Arathi... Actually, I haven't been in Arathi at like peak hours. Maybe it is more, maybe it's more populated then. Once I'm off my degen work shift, maybe I'll get a good look at the world. But it seems everything's like in the first 4 zones. Is the impression I've gotten so far. Like, I'm trying to meet people, but I'm on at degen hours. And there's layering on top of that. Walk up and crit people like that? I've already done Panthers. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, the ruins are down here. That's where the trolls are, right? Trolls and basilisks down here? Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I don't play during the day because I'm not awake during the day. It's, like, tough to meet people. I used to meet, like, Aussie players from Australia, New Zealand. Philippines, also. Met a lot of people from those regions. Here, just be frozen. Get dead zoned, idiot. Okay. I swear I saw like a caster type looking. I really want to go finish that. Oh, he's looking for that one too. Watch. Oh, I thought I was going to try to contest, so I rank 1'd it. Nice of it to walk into Fire Blast range. Discovered the Savage Coast. Like, not even a location on the map. You even get XP for that? I guess it's only the map locations that give XP. Yeah, I want to do Timbermaw Exalted, and people say the Timbermaw farm's easier at 60, but I'm like... I'm just thinking that maybe maybe the XP is good to get. Why are these in a weird order? Oh, because I conjured them in weird order. The process of optimizing the game is a lot of fun. I really enjoy speedrun routing for that reason. Which is when you're creating the route, which is the optimal way to complete the video game speedrun, right? So you're like picking the path. It's just the one best way to play is not fun, because there's like optimizations that are purposely not being made because other versions are better. Here's an example. What is the best route to level a Frost Mage versus the best route to level a Fire Mage? No one will tell you for a Fire Mage. They'll just say Spec Frost. But I'm like, no, I want to know what the route is for a Fire Mage. Or Arcane Mage. What is the route for a Holy Spec Priest? It's always like, oh, this is the build that you use for leveling up, and then you switch. And it's like, yeah, but what if I wanted to do this build as a personal challenge? Like, let's say I get Gandair to 60, and then I want to make a Fire Mage, so that I have a backup mage. Right? Like an extra life, you know? What if I like want to level Fire as my second mage? I don't know what leveling Fire is like. I know what leveling Frost is like. I don't know how different the strategies are for Fire. I think that would be really cool to find out. But all the guides and things that I find on the internet are all just like, this is the optimal way to level this character class to 60 as fast as possible. I'm like, but I want the optimal path for this class race spec combination, not just the class itself. would feel so much more comfortable if I had molten armor. Because I think there is always a new thing to optimize. Like, because people will talk about how World of Warcraft is an old game and it's solved. I disagree. What is the strategy for leveling a melee mage to 60? Does anyone know how to do that? I think the answer is no. Well, no. I think the answer is no one has posted that. I'm sure someone's done it. Like the No Gear Warrior 1 to 60. That was a popular one back in the back on the forums. I'm pretty sure if you were gonna do a melee mage 1 to 60, you would you'd use a one-hander with an offhand rather than a staff. Oh, what the fuck? Excuse you, through the wall? What a jerk. Okay, that was really bad. Oh, okay, no, that has lightning shield. We're gonna pot. Lightning shield was not okay. Okay, let's do this. This. I'll save that.
It's not ready yet.
What do you mean it's not? Hello? That's just a food buff I have up. I'd love to do like weird challenges in WoW, right? But it's... Other people are very unfriendly towards the suggestion of doing them. And I can't find enough people that want to try them. Like, I've wanted to do, for a long time, I've wanted to do Molten Core, do Geddon and Shaz at the same time. Do both bosses at once. And I couldn't find anyone willing to do it. I've wanted to do Hakar all aspects up, and I haven't found a group willing to do it. Even though apparently that became like the speedrun strategy for ZG. Are these all melee, technically? What I'm about to do is probably not okay. Behind me? No. And like the solo challenges are fun, but like I want to do cool things with other people. It's like, you know, how few people can you do more Molten Core with? You know, how few people can you do Blackwing Lair with? Because, like, Veil of Straws is the gatekeeper of that, right? You know, how few people for each dungeon? You know, what's, like, the world record minimum players? Like, what comp do you need for that? Like, there's all these, like, raid things, and... There's just so much cool shit you can do in World of Warcraft that people do not do because of one right way to play bullshit. But anytime someone does one of those weird off challenges, people are always like, what? And everyone goes and reads the news post and wants to see the video and blah, blah, blah. So clearly there's interest in it. It's just a lot of people don't know that they're interested in it until after someone does it the first time. And it's a little sad. Like, people are getting in their own way a little bit. They could be having more fun if they would just be open to some alternate strategies. I think a lot of it is like video game tourism to an extent. You just want to be able to say, oh, I killed all the bosses. Oh yeah, I did World of Warcraft. Oh, I got all the bosses. Oh, I got all my bits. Yeah, man. Then you ask them any question about the game and they don't know it. Parsing warriors that just don't know certain, like, talent and ability interactions. They just know to take the talent. But if they're having a good time, it's good. I just believe they can have a better time. And I want people to have a better time. I would really like that. Oh, what's that? Firefin snapper? Ew, elder saltwater crocolisk. What the fuck? Why is there just an elite crocolisk there? How much health does that piece of shit have? Why is there just one of it? Let's find out how much health that thing has. Max range this. Not max range. How much health do you have? I might be able to kill it on my mana pool. A frostbite, that's good. Mana gem. It's another frostbite, that's fantastic. I don't want that to hit me at all. I have no idea how much damage it does. Alright, now that that's over with. I actually had enough mana to kill that without the gem. Neat. That's why I like being a Frost Mage. I just punish most of the elites in the game. That thing didn't hit me. It's such a good build for Mage. Alternatively, Fire might have just killed it, you know, way quicker. I'm gonna try to fish here. Ooh, I like cod. I like cod in the real world, too. Very tasty fish. I like cod, I like halibut, I like mahi-mahi. I like tuna. What else is good? I don't like tilapia, I don't like trout, I don't like catfish. Sea bass is good. So is the cat that's also named sea bass. That's the cat's name in the house. Swordfish is delicious. I'm trying to think of other fish that I've had. Yellowtail's fine. I think that's all the fish I can think of that I've eaten. If there are any more, I don't remember them. I like octopus a lot, as far as seafood goes. I like octopus, I like clams. I do like oysters, but not often. That's like very much a mood thing. I had them once. I had like this oyster bruschetta at a brewery. Pelican Brewery up in Oregon in the US. And it was freaking delicious. It's just, it's a... Oysters to me are like very like rich. The flavor is really intense. It's not something that I would see myself eating a lot of. But recently I've wanted to have some again. Squid. I don't like, I like fried squid. I don't like sashimi or like sushi squid. It's like a little oily and a little slimy in a weird way. I like it more when it's like fried or grilled.
I don't have a target.
And like shellfish are cool. I just don't trust them from like anywhere. And crab's fine. Lobster's overrated, but it's also fine. I had 3 different types of crab. I don't remember them all. Was it king crab? Snow crab? I don't remember the 3rd crab. Yeah, I'd really like to have some oysters again. Want to get back up to the Pacific Northwest USA. Get some of the seafood up there. You can get, like, I live in Arizona. You can get pretty good seafood in Arizona. Like, there are like legitimately good seafood places here because we're still within 1 day of the ocean. And any place that's within 1 day's drive of the ocean can still get like fresh things. So it's not as ridiculous as it sounds. Like there's good stuff in Nevada too. But it's like when you get further inland, then it's a little bit more like questionable. Like Nebraska, like what? Probably there's like great seafood in Texas, Louisiana. I'm really worried about this like alligator respawning. I haven't had alligator. I haven't been anywhere that serves gator. I'm probably not going to try shark for like ethical reasons. It's like too sad. Same thing with other like any cetaceans. Not really into that either. I'm not morally opposed though. Like if I went to a buffet though where it was already paid for, you know, and I didn't know it was on the menu, then I'm like, all right, you got me. I guess I'll try some of that. But it's definitely not a thing that I would get on my own. See, that's just a regular dude. That's just a regular guy. Not an elder one. Like, huh? There's just a surprise crocolisk sometimes? I don't like that.
I can't cast that yet.
Oh, I didn't have enough reach for that one. Oh, I missed? Okay, fine. Whatever.
I can't carry.
What? A mystery meat? That could be cooking skill. Hold on. These stupid whiskers out of my inventory. Give me the food. Yoink. The fishing node's still there? I mean, I guess I just keep clicking it? Need to make an inventory space, though, I think. Maybe my casts were landing outside of it. It seems like it's been here for a few minutes. Okay, yeah. Probably all it was. Okay, right. What was I doing? Trolls? That's what we were doing? Or I got distracted with that extra thick crocolisk. Might pull that one on the side. Guess not. Go ahead and shoot things, Hunter. Who am I in combat with? Oh no, his pet's named Harambe. I agree. Like, the news story was very sad. The news story was very sad. And the variety of memery that came from it was very mixed. How many more ears do I need? I didn't finish it by accident, did I? No, I still need 6. I've seen the occasional classic 4chan like meme name on some of the characters here. Get this one before that hunter backs into it. Still think that Millhouse is not a meme is a great one. Green Hill's 24. I'm not doing anything with raptor hides. Blink was to get out of its aggro range. Okay, you're gonna get that one. Who are you? Another mage? Surprise! Okay. Let's use my other mystery stew. I'll use my scroll in here. Oh, a mana potion that doesn't fit anywhere. Thanks, game. Okay. I still need 5 ears! Maybe I just go up the street to the actual ruins and just start blasting things over there. I think there's a rear entrance this way that I can use. Actually, wait, I can just go vendor on Yojimba Isle, right? I think the vendors are neutral. Oh, there's fish here too. Okay, hold on. We'll get these fish also. What are you? Oh, it's a basilisk. I need those for a quest. Anything in the water? Just the fish. Okay. Should we do int after this?
Can't carry anymore.
What the hell is cloth out of here? Anything good in here? Oh, that's good stuff. Okay, we'll just leave that container right where it is then. Leather and silk bolts. That's really good. $156, number go up. Okay, I have a suspicion about drops in the game. I wouldn't know how to begin proving it, though. When I was doing the Gore-Tusk Livers and quest in Westfall, I was stuck on, like, 2 of them for, I feel like, 45 minutes. Maybe even an hour to get the last 2. It was just forever without getting them, okay? On my warrior, I logged in and I got all of them in about 8 minutes. There is a difference in the situations. When I went and did them with my mage, I had been like... I feel like I was on for a long time. I'd been playing for a long time that day. But with my warrior, I had literally just logged in. In Burning Crusade, there was introduced a diminishing returns on drop rate type thing. This was to prevent, like, bot farming, or to, like, reduce bot farming, right? So I would go and farm Primal Manas in Netherstorm at the Kiranvar village.
Inventory is full.
I would go there, and in the first hour I would get, like, 8. In the second hour I'd get 6. In the third hour I would get, like, 2. To get a whole stack of 20 took, like, 5 hours. And this also happened when I went and did Shadows. I think I got to 12 in the first, like, 90 minutes. And to complete the stack took me, it was a total of, like, 3.5 hours by the time the stack was completed. So those last 8 took much longer. And I'm wondering if there are things flagged like that in Classic. That you like if it uses the same code. That if it sees you repeatedly killing the same enemy over and over, it will introduce that weird drop rate reduction bullshit. Because that would explain why sometimes when I do a really long session, I just can't find freaking loot at the end of the session. Like, I just stop getting useful drops. But at the beginning of the session, it's always, like, popping off. And the reason I use the primals as an example is because they had a much smoother drop rate, because the motes would drop regularly, as opposed to just, like, the worse random chance of the essence drops in vanilla. Or classic, excuse me.
Inventory is full.
I can't equip that because it uses... Just chug that potion. Just eat it.
I need to target something first.
Like, that's just one of those things I wonder about. We got 2 fishing nodes to do here. What is this, Firefin Snapper again? I don't even know what Firefin Snapper goes to. I think they need to be recasting until it goes in the pool. By the way, just standing in ocean water is really gross. Wow, nothing from that one, okay. Alright, let's go to this node. Floating wreckage. Hey, I like Strangle Kelp. Give me it. I mean, my other character likes Strangle Kelp, but I gotta make 10 characters for, like, a project I'm doing next year. I don't know where to start, because some of them have to be bad people.
Inventory is full.
And I don't like making bad people, because it's very sad, but as a, like, as an author, I need to make bad people. Also, really weird saying that, but I mean, I literally write books, so I guess I get to call myself that. Like, I'd say as a creator, but that's, like, more ambiguous. Dang it. Well, at least I got 1 point out of it. Okay, you must have a fishing, alright. Change my action bar. I'm pretty sure there's a way up to the trolls on this side. What? Is that a threat? Like, join us if you want to hit 60. Is that a threat? I got it. What do they mean? Join us if you want to hit 60. This sounds like some shit that the Mafia would say. Like, what the hell? Like, there's no way it's, like, actually hostile, but man, that reads very funny to me. Bad suggestions. Oh, wait. Are you, like... Is that, like, related? You're just, like, lurking in my channel? If so, hi. That's a very funny message, from my point of view. I didn't know how to take that when I got it, if that's the case. If you want to hit 60... You're gonna need to make a donation to your local Goblin Mortar Mafia, or we're gonna find you. I have to start leveling offline now? Just never stream again? Oh, man. It's very funny. I was too busy talking and didn't hear the, You needed a better hardcore streamer than the person you were watching earlier. Oof. Not a lot of gameplay entertainment going on right now, because I'm hitting fishing nodes while working my way to trolls for blood scalpiers. But I do talk a lot. I have a background in esports and competitive gaming, so I've learned to fill dead air. And sort of like... I hit 3 instead of right-click. My bad. So I'm definitely chatty if you want to hang out. I am curious about what you're playing. What classes and stuff. That's my favorite conversation to have with anyone that wanders in. I'm working on a mage, I'm working on a priest, I'm working on a warrior. I've played mage and warrior before. I've done 1 to 60 on mages and warriors more than once. I've never leveled up a priest, though. That's one of the things I always wanted to do. I figured this would be a good enough time as any to make one. My mage is 37. That's like my main class that I play. My warrior is 15. That's kind of like the second most played one that I've had, like, class-wise. And my new priest is 30. I'm trying to speed up the mage by putting more time in on them with the Season of Discovery announcement that was made. Want to have 160 by the time that comes out. And I'm most fluent with a mage. I mean, yeah, I'll absolutely try it out. I'm curious about what all the changes are. I don't know if I would, like, be that full-time, but I've tried every mage spec I can get my hands on. In Vanilla, Burning Crusade, and Wrath. Like, I've done Frostfire, I've done Fire, I've done Frost, I've done Arcane. I've done Full Frost. Like, I did all 3 specs in Legion, too. But yeah, I'll definitely try out healing, because why not? Like, it's, just let's get weird and play around and see what it's like. I'm just really terrified that they're going to put the Water Elemental in. I quit playing Mage because of Water Elemental. I like Frost Mage the most. I don't like pet classes. And they turned me into a pet class. And I literally didn't go back. I switched to Warrior mainly after that. Because I tried being Frost without a water elemental, and people got very ragey at me, and it was, like, not okay. So I quit doing that. And just went Fire or Arcane. I had a lot of fun with Fire in Legion. Like, Fire felt very comfy in Legion. That Phoenix AoE instant cast ability was really bitchin'. I loved that. Legion was a gross X-Pack. Look, there's one thing I love about Legion. I'm never gonna shut up about it. The writers for Suramar and Nighthold are so good. That shit deserves to be like a TV miniseries or like TV show in the same way that Andor is for Star Wars. I think that you could make a really compelling fantasy drama out of that and not have it require any prior knowledge of what World of Warcraft is. Ooh, I missed. Okay, we're just gonna cold snap that. I'm gonna manage M2. Yeah, the city's fantastic. Oh, cockbite. Get it. That's so clutch when you get Frostbite proc from Cold. Because you have to be at such a range, like such a narrow range, to be out of melee range when they get frozen by it. Yeah, everything Nighthold and Suramar. And like all the quests in the zone even around it helped build up the environment and the impact of it. It was so, and the raid was great too. It was so good. I just wish I liked playing it enough to have leveled up a Demon Hunter. They seemed like a lot of fun, and I don't know, I was kind of done with it after I got Broken Isles flying. Like, I would log in, there was just nothing to do. Like, I'd get off work, go play WoW, but there was nothing to do. My raids were on cooldown. Like, there's nothing to farm in the world. So, eventually I just, like, quit. This is bored. Like, I'm not gonna pay for this account just to play 2 days a week. For only a few hours each day, because I've done all the reps, they're all capped. Like, I'm not a mount collector, I'm not a pet collector. Like, they're cool. You know? I'll go get, like, a mount or a pet, but I don't try to, like, do the achievements for, like, the quantity and whatnot. I liked Legion. But it just ran out of content for me. That's why I'm excited about Season of Discovery. It might be a complete mess, but it'll be really cool to watch it happen.
I need to target something first.
The world for Warlords of Draenor, leveling up through it, was really cool. I really enjoyed the zones, leveling through it in Legion. The garrisons, though, I kept up with them from the point that I unlocked them, because I wanted to get Draenor Flight. And that shit took so long to do. Like, I started working towards it, like, the moment that I got access to Draenor. And, like, I was going back there for weeks and weeks to get the reps and everything that I needed and to get the garrison things I needed while simultaneously doing my Legion class hall stuff. Like, garrisons seemed really cool at first, but then they just were, like, really shallow. There just, like, wasn't anything in them. And then now I look at Final Fantasy 14 player housing, and I'm like, man, garrisons were a joke. Oof. Oh yeah, it's great. The environments are fantastic. It was really nice seeing the two different environments too. There were some of those quests that like you would see across and whatnot. It was very well delivered, I think, in many places. Stop getting away, I need skill points, damn it. And then I need to go back to getting ears. Like, there's no one fish here? Why are these all spawned and available? I was like, oh, I'll just swim out to Yojamba Isle to Vendor. And then go back to questing. And instead, I've hit 4 or 5 fishing nodes in a row. 5. I mean, you might be right. I think both of you are right. People are probably not focused on fishing. And debris spots do give the really good loot, comparatively. Yeah, Deathmaw is gonna be the death of you. If that jerk doesn't show up. But if you have to get rid of Volcon to do it, I don't know. Pay people to kill it, I guess? I don't know. Oh, there's trolls down here. I don't even have to go up to the ruins. And they're higher level, too. Nice. Please tell me the headhunter's not a ranged combatant. Like, please be a melee combatant. Also, the quest told me that there were basilisks to the north, and I only saw like 2 along the beach. You can't Frostkite Volcon, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I've tried it before. Bad Suggestions is correct. Which is a really cool thing about melee that a lot of people maybe don't know or don't remember. I don't know if any of you watched the OTK Starforge Matt Gora tournament, but watching that warrior shoot that hunter was like the best thing. Because the hunter was low on health and is like, oh, I've got him out of range. And then the warrior just pulls out a bow and arrow and shoots back. Because he had a health advantage over the hunter. And then watching the hunter panic and run towards the warrior. That was like things I did not think I would see happen. Yeah, but also I think it's like if you get directly above or below a target, yeah, you can melee like vertically an intense distance. Okay, I'm gonna go Vendor. I don't know what's in the water. Let me put my shields on. Huh. Yeah, the mobs do not believe in the Z-axis. There's floating wreckage over here I can fish in. Alright. Here's a vendor. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Spirits be with you.
Which fish do I need? Sagefish, mithril trout. That's it. Okay. Sagefish, mithril trout. That's neither of these. Got it. I can drop them then. It's okay. You balance out the universe for me. I'm very much a PvP player. Like I'll do battlegrounds without dying.
Who you be?
Sometimes. So I was like, well, if I can get through PvP for like almost an entire Onyxia buff without dying, I could probably PvE and not die. Oh, there was tons of free action potions getting used. I'm like summarize. Free action potions got used a lot, but they are the potion cooldown. And there are multiple options on the potion cooldown to use. So depending upon the matchup, you may want to spend it on a different potion. Secondly, because that has a duration, the timing in which you use the FAP is important. So some people would, they would just get their timing wrong. Like, they would save it, and then they should have used it earlier, or they'd use it, and then the other person would hold CC until it was off. So those are the two main things. Sometimes there were other things to do with the potion cooldown, and sometimes people just had bad timing. Whether they had bad timing themselves, or the enemy just had good timing with their crowd control use, can vary wildly. But that's I think the main way to describe what was up with that. I don't like heavily item-based PvP like that, personally. I really enjoyed watching it, though, because I think it's... The people that are into that, I would rather watch them do it than try to do it myself. Like, there's an extensive amount of game knowledge that was displayed in that tournament that was really... for me, who I enjoy PvP a lot. The game knowledge that was exhibited there was really awesome. The commentator, Zaryu, did an amazing job. Like, I want to be able to commentate like that guy. Because I've commentated competitive League of Legends Dominion in the past. And, man, the way Zaryu commentated that tournament, I'm like, I want to be like that guy. Next time I try to commentate a game, like, I want to study up and be able to deliver it like he does. Very, very good commentator. Oh, I felt bad for the warrior with the coward debuff situation. That warrior was having the fight when that happened. Like, that warrior was in a matchup that was not in their favor, and they were making it work. And then it went very wrong. Sucked. I had a lot of fun watching the event. It's a type of PvP that I don't do. Okay, so here's what happened. A person was on the edge of the arena, right? They sat down to drink, Okay. And then you want to... Oh, wait, I'm outside. I gotta move back in. But they got charged or intercepted. I forget which. And then they, they froze the warrior and then sheeped them, causing the warrior to get stuck outside. And it was just it was an issue of timing, where it's like, oh, I need to get up and get back in, because I accidentally went OOB. But in that time, they got charged, and it's like, I need to react to the charge. They did what they normally do, but it put the warrior in a bad position, and then it caused them to get out of boundses, and they lost the Matt Gora to an out of bounds timeout for fleeing. I think one of the reasons for that was so that there was no... The reason they did it where they did was so that they couldn't have, like, stream snipers come in and try to, like, mess with things. Because there's, like, a lot of griefing that could have happened if they were in a more accessible location. And another reason that I remember them talking about at the beginning of the broadcast was they didn't want there to be, like, pillar-humping line-of-sight games with any, like, terrain objects. So it sounded like they were aware that there were some issues, but I think that the issues they ended up with were less than the issues they would have had doing it differently. I feel like there was, like, no good way to, like, win there. That's the impression I got. But their admins would know more than I would. Like, those are just conclusions I'm drawing as a viewer. It was really nice to see that community, though, get a lot of attention. Because I've done shows for small alt communities of games before, and it was really nice to have that many eyes on that that community and that style of gameplay. Like, it was like a really nice signal boost. That was there. That was really nice. Like, I can't think of a more accurate way to say it than that. It was really cool. It confirms all my suspicions about warlocks that I've always had, that they're the best PvP class. You either win to luck or the warlock making a mistake. They're just so overloaded with abilities. But that's okay, you can still kill a normal warlock. Okay, is this social with anything? It's probably gonna pull that. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff there. I'm gonna go around that. I've always wanted to, like, level a warlock, but I don't like pet classes. So I've never done it. I know that, like, demo sack warlock is a thing. But it's just getting there. Like, getting to the point where that becomes the strat. If I have another reason to do a 1 to 60 after these three, maybe it would finally be warlock. I'm really enjoying Priest, though. Been having a lot of fun with Priest. People talked about Priest like it was, like, bad. Like, oh man, leveling up a Priest sucks. I'm actually having a great time with it. It's very safe, it's very chill. It's, I can watch YouTube or live streams or movies or TV while I'm doing it. Sit inside Power Word Shield. I have options. Like, I have, like, cooldown options. way less stressful than Warrior. Warrior is man, Warrior is... I don't know why you would do it in Hardcore. Because, like, how do you ever get your gear to become, like, the Destroyer of Worlds? Had I not prepared in advance, and had I not already played a 1-60 Warrior twice, like, I would have died 3 different times on my way to 15. And even those times I lived were still, like, sketchy. This, like, barely worked. Because I happened to have, like, potions that I found on this character that I mailed down. I found a 2-handed sword on this character that I mailed down. Like, if I didn't have those, I'd be in, like, a much worse position. I would have, like, yeah, I would have died 3 different times. Someone has to tank? You can't make me. Oh my god, I love tanking. Very fun. I like doing it. It's very engaging gameplay. But when I did it in Burning Crusade, the DPS do not behave themselves, and I quit doing it. Like, every DPS that I tanked for in BC, I feel like they behaved like I was a Nax-geared tank that would never lose aggro. And they would just full open, full power on the pull when I was doing a ranged line of sight pull. And then they would bitch at me for not being able to pull mobs. I'm like, bro, all I have is Thunderclap and Demo Shout, and I haven't, like, on 4 of those mobs. And I'm like, you do not behave anymore. So I don't tank for people anymore. I really like it, but people do not behave. I cannot trust them. I'm not going to. I'm not going to help them. I'll just be a PvE warrior and collect flowers and pick rocks. Probably from retail where threat isn't really relevant. True. But yeah, there's a lot of spoiled DPS out there. That they just frankly don't deserve tanks. I'm like, I don't like saying it, but I'm really good at this game. I have a lot of game knowledge, and people just shit all over that when I play sometimes because of my gear not being good. Like, there was this mage that I played with who's a gnome mage, and I had many issues with loot. You know, loot rules and things like that. So I didn't like to engage with some of the loot systems. I've never been really, like, loot hungry. So I was like, man, this loot system sucks. I don't like it. I don't want to fill out this fucking form to get loot. Can I just go last? And they're like, if you really want to. And I'm like, yeah, if it doesn't bother you, I'll just go last. And they're like, sure, dude, fine. And it was good. Like, everything was great. And, once or twice, someone would complain about me, thankfully there was another mage, Ronfar, who was a gnome mage, who was probably the best mage that we had. And one time, someone was like griping, he's like, "Man, you talk a lot of shit for someone that doesn't do any damage." And then Ronfar, the other mage, was like, "That's because Gandair doesn't have gear. He passes and lets everyone else gear because he doesn't care." Like, he doesn't die, and you died on the last 3 bosses. Like, maybe don't complain when he's trying to help you. It was very, very nice of him to say that. 'Cause yeah, I complained about not getting, like, dispels, excuse me. Not heals, dispels. I wasn't getting them on a certain boss fight, and someone was like, "Man, how are you gonna complain and then, like, still deal bad damage?" And it's like, bruh, he doesn't have gear. I really wish I could have just swapped accounts with him one day. Like, I wish I would have asked him about that. It would have been really cool to just swap for a day and see if I could just put up the same numbers if I had his gear. But, you know, account sharing is always a little weird. And technically illegal. You only started using macros at 44? Hey, man, that's okay. You're valid. I have a bunch of Look, I have a shitload of PvP macros, and it's all like / dismount macros to dismount me. What are some of the other ones? I have like gear swap macros for PvP. Cast sequence macro for my mana gems. Polymorph target announce macro. Like, oh man, I gotta... Yeah, like... Help me. I'm out of control. I don't like using add-ons, so, like, I don't... Like, I eventually, like, relented and got item rack. After a certain point. Need one more ear. But yeah, generally I don't like add-ons. So I compensate by having an excessive amount of macros instead. Oh, there's a solo out there I can get. Oh, crap. Body pulled. Here. Oh, the spell pushback. Happened again. Okay, here. We get to get rid of the tot. Yeah, one of the things I really enjoy about World of Warcraft is it's easy to be good at the game without doing all the technical bullshit. Like... And then if you want to engage with that, you can. Like, it's really great. Like, you know, I gripe about this game sometimes, but there's a... It's really approachable, right? And, like, how good that you want to get at it is, like, just decide how involved you want to be. But at a baseline, it's easy to be good at the game if you're just willing to pay attention and learn a little bit. But it's really scary for new players just because of the history and, like, the baggage that the culture of the game has. The new players can get really intimidated by that. What can I drop from my inventory? That's a good question. Maybe the Crocolisk meat? That's a great macro. That'll help you out a lot. I don't have any of my warrior macros on this account, I don't think. I didn't do a lot of tanking with my warrior. Yeah, dismount charge macro. Not that one. Dismount revenge macro. Oh, that was a fun one.
Inventory is full.
Mithril head trout. You can use this. I drop for it. I can drop the strength scroll, I guess. No, I'll drop the candy corn. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I don't have a lot of my warrior macros. Well, freaking box. I'll drop the mana gem. I'll reconjure that. Yeah, warrior macros can get pretty intense. There's a lot of good guides out there if it's ever something you want to read up on. There's a lot of good information about it. I got all the... I gotta turn in quests now. My iron-bound trunk got away. That's a really funny way to think about it, right? It's like scooted along the ocean floor. You're right. This is a very simple game on the surface. And it's very rewarding of, like, a deeper involvement if you want to. But there's a reason it became as popular as it was, because it was a really casual MMO when it came out. And it somehow got even more casual as time went on in it, which is interesting. Okay, now I gotta find basilisks. He's throwing darts? He's throwing spears? What's he throwing at me? Oh, his AI freaked out. He stopped throwing. Yeah, he's throwing spears. Whole spears at me. Like he's trying to catch a shark.
I'm out of range.
Ironbound trunk got away. I'm picturing it sliding down like a hill on the ground. Excuse me, get rid of that tot. You went into Nomoragan on a Resto Druid. Good lord. You are a brave individual. I don't go into Nomoragan on non-hardcore because of how much of a mess it can be. I want them to make that a raid in Season of Discovery. That would be great. Okay. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna clear my way back towards, I need to get to a mailbox. Actually, I should just go to Stormwind. No, I'll do that when I hit 38. And then I'll pick up the Dark Moon buff from the fair, if it's still there. Thank you for helping people, though. That's really nice of you. It's good to teach people. I think that, you know, the more that we can teach people about the game and how to game, the more fun they have with it. I used to have macros that would post in party chat, like, descriptions of how to fight certain bosses and how to do certain pulls. I was really expecting to be basilisks here, but I guess I was wrong about their location. They might be, Penumbra. I'll go check. You might be right, because I don't remember. My wand skill is 184. Goodness. I'm gonna med before I go up there. Yeah, Beastford Trout's the cooking one, right? Yeah. My cooking is... Okay, so, straight up, I bought the materials for the Gadgets cooking quest. I just went on the auction house and bought all that. I did that quest normally one time. And doing it normally the one time was enough for me. I did the same thing with the Soothing Turtle Bisque quest. Oh, cooking's amazing. You get the cooking patterns from doing quests. And a lot of people will sell them on the auction house, too. But you get the cooking patterns from doing quests. And it gives you bonus stamina, the foods do. Like the level 15 clams give 6 stamina. For 15 minutes. That's part of why I took cooking, and I've been, like, trying to keep up with it. Because, you know, you get all the stam you can get in hardcore, right?
It's too far away.
Okay, let's do a 5 pull. hey, if you want to tank, stacking stamina gets you a long, long way. That's why I did in a Burning Crusade. People talked about how great a tank I was, and it's really just I had health. I made sure to buy every gem and enchant that I could for health, or for stamina.
Inventory is full.
This is more of an endgame thing, but I believe it was 5,160 hit points on my mage in my PvP gear. A rogue would jump out at me, do 3,500 damage, and I would still be alive. It was very fun. Getting that gear took a long time to build up that set. The reason it works is because I had 2 tank rings from raids that warriors didn't need anymore, and no one wanted them for off-spec, so I'm like, hey, can I get that for my PvP set? Like, unironically. They're like, yeah, sure, we were just gonna disenchant it. Give us a Nexus Crystal, and I'm like, yeah, alright. I had a Archimetroso's ring from Nefarian and Heavy Dark Iron ring from Molten Core. And it was so much better than, like, anything else I could take. Oop, I'm gonna get interrupted here. That's okay. Nobody talks in high-level areas. I know it's dead silent after a certain point. But also, it's 5 a.m.
Inventory is full.
Yeah, I don't want to do raid content. I've done all of it. It's like, I don't care, and I don't trust people. Like, I'm good. I really want to do the PvE stuff on hardcore. Like the outdoor stuff. Like, I kind of want to do Cenarian rep and things like that. I want to do Timbermaw rep. I want to do Cenarian rep. You only play hardcore? Hey, you know, it's, maybe it's time to make a second character and have a backup. I was talking earlier about that, thinking, like, maybe I should make a second mage. Because I've never leveled up a fire mage. All my mages have been frost. So it's like, what is it like to level up as fire? So it's like, maybe I make a fire mage, so I have a backup mage. And maybe I raid on the fire mage, and see how far that one can go. That way Gandair can live. And then Ovi, my priest, if she dies, that's like a funny RP thing that I don't want to spoil. And then I would just move her to, like, a normal server with the transfer. And then, you can't pay me to go in a dungeon on my warrior. Except, like, you know, illegal RMT, maybe. But, I have a really old account, so I don't know if I want to mess with something like that.
I'm out of range.
But yeah, I have profound trust issues. Not even as a DPS? Hell no! No! I have to dig up the clips sometime. I was in a guild that was clearing AQ. And they just, like, I got a dot on trash and they didn't heal me. And a different time I got a dot on trash, they didn't dispel it, and I just, like, died. Lost all my world buffs. I'm standing next to multiple healers. And if that happens in normal, I trust people on hardcore even less. Because they're going to be looking out for their own safety more than ever. So I imagine they'll let, you know, other, like, other things happen in favor of their own safety. Which is valid.
I can't cast that yet.
So I don't wanna mess with that. I really want to run Undead Strat. It's my favorite dungeon, like BD Strat, Backdoor Strat, whatever they call it these days. That's like the only dungeon I really want to do. But that one's sketchy as hell because the door literally locks on you. Okay, let's get some of these things out of the inventory. But I've done all the raids, and they're not any different than they were. So I don't really have any interest in doing them again. 10 jungle stalkers. Okay, that's raptors. Hey, we're 38. I'm not doing the elite one. And then...
For the Alliance.
Okay. Alright.
Help you find something? Farewell.
It might not be. That's the thing I'll have to go, like... I'll click on it, actually, and see if it comes up as an elite quest or not.
Hello. Safe travel.
Let me see. Oh, this one comes with 2 ads, though. Maybe. I gotta go to Stormwind and buy things. There's not 2 ads? What the hell am I thinking of? I swear there was a cat enemy. Oh, it's the white one that summons ads. Okay. I am thinking of the white one. Alright, thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Appreciate it.
Hello.
Elsharin! Look, okay, so we need to talk, alright? About these two. Jenna?
Well met.
She's like, hey, go to Dustwallow Marsh at level 30 and die. And I'm like, nah, /slap emoji. So I go over here and I'm like, hey, Elsharin, and she's like, hey, nice to see you again. Do you want to learn magic? And I'm like, yeah. Thanks for not sending me to die. You're great. Alright, what am I doing? Mana Jade, yes please. Arcane Explosion, yes please. Frostbolt, yes please. Fire Blast, yes. Everything else can wait. Okay, Arcane Explosion. Then Fire Blast 5. Oh no, I had a macro for those, so I shouldn't actually have needed to update those. Whoops, hold on. So the Fire Blast one anyway, right? Because that should be full rank. Yeah, that is full rank. No, why is it still showing the tooltip for... Oh wait, no, now it's showing the tooltip for 5. Never mind, it updated. Yeah, it updated. Okay, it's fine. We good. What's in the box? Leather. In the box. Oh, that one's locked. Okay. Alright, so this means I can reconjure stuff. Kill and get out quickly is my strategy for Princess. In Elwyn Forest. Alright. Unspent talent points. 1. Give me my last Frostbolt rank. Thank you. We've done that with pretty much every character. Kill Princess, run. Let it reset, and then go loot it. And you can solo it with pretty much any character, except for like Warrior. Like, you might be able to hamstring both the Entourage and run, maybe. I've never really tried it. Let's think. Yeah. It's awkward, sure. But, yeah. I think it's fine. I'm really, my loot opinions are generally, I think people should be able to have things. Like, I used an Alcor's Sunraiser on my mage. And actually used it, like, in PvP. Like, if a person wants to use the item and is going to use the item, I think they should be able to use the item. The personal loot's pretty cool, in retail. That eliminates all the drama. I'm completely in agreement with you on that.
I supply only the
Have anything to vendor here? No, this is all stuff that has to get mailed out. Where is a mailbox? They want the Blue Recluse? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Who is getting certain things? Right, the Green Hills go to that one. Okay. Oh, I missed one. Crap. Here, I'll mail off the mana potions to them too, though. And the leathers. They hold leather also. They can hold the Mage Weave bolts, I guess. Okay, the lockbox has to go to the rogue. I'm gonna I need to level up a rogue if I play hardcore for a long enough time, so I have someone that can open lockboxes. Let's see. That goes to OV. That goes to OV. There are things that go to the priest. I need to see what I need for cooking. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are opening boxes. I just also want to use them for skill on my rogue, too. Is another component of it. Because it's like... skilling up lock picking can be annoying. Just gotta stand around and hope that enough people show up. Tiger meat. Water apple? Okay, it looks like I can make that. You don't like the footlocker grind? It only goes so far. Oh, Raptor still gives me points also. Okay. So, but Crocolus doesn't do anything, so I can get rid of that. Okay, so Priest needs those items. What's stuff I'm gonna cook? The mystery meat. So this is all stuff that I'm gonna cook up here. Oh, this needs to get banked also. Okay, hold on. Alright, so... that needs to get banked. Anything else I really want to bank right now? Really? Maybe these omelets for a future character. Yeah. Okay, let's see, my priest needs that and those. For alchemy. My warrior can have the strength scroll. I think everything else goes to me. Right, here's a quest item. Quest item. Bolts of silk. Actually, I have 13. That completes the stack. So I think I'll just level that up right now. You do dungeons on this character? No. No, I do not. A dungeon is just a cave, but with liabilities surrounding you. I don't do caves. I don't go in water. I don't do elites. A cave with amazing loot. I'm very cynical about loot while leveling up because I will out-level it and stop using it. I really don't care about loot while leveling up. It is helpful, though, on some classes. Mage is not loot dependent, but, like, if you're a warrior, rogue, hunter, paladin, shaman, like, you kind of need weapons. If you can keep up on weapons, you'll be okay. Like, that's the main thing. I saw some absolute ignorance in the trade channel the other day that I gently tried to correct them twice, and then someone else came in with a very aggressive, "You're effing stupid, listen to that guy, he's right. It's not even close, the difference between the two things that you're talking about." And what the person was saying is like, "Hey, is this, of the whale spirit stam two-handed level 44 axe good for anything?" And everyone's like, "No, you should vendor that." And I'm like, "No, you should put that on the auction house, because if a warrior only has a level 37 sword, even if that level 37 sword has +7 strength on it, the level 44 of the whale weapon does more damage, because the base damage on the weapon is so much higher than the damage they get from the 14 attack power of the strength. It's, like, not even close." And they're, like, said by someone who's never played a warrior. And I'm like, I've played 2 warriors, 1 to 60. I'm very familiar with them. The base weapon damage is the most important thing for a very long time.
You need something?
And then someone's like, if it doesn't have strength, you don't use it. And then the other person is like, you need to listen to that other guy. And I just, oh man. Get a good weapon. Get a good bow if you're a hunter, get a gun, get a sword, get an axe if you're a rogue. Get your stuff, man. I didn't want to complain in trade chat, but man, I wanted to help that person so much. Just was not my argument to pick. Someone picked it for me, sort of. Alright, let's bank this in my bank, then. I don't need to buy anything on the auction house. I thought about it for a second, but it looks like I had that covered. Yeah, the old weapons are great. They are very good.
You need something?
Okay.
King's honor, friend.
Oh, I have more cloth in here. Okay, here. Bank that. Okay, I need to go do cooking. Next. I have raptor, tiger, brocolisk. Right, I'm gonna vendor that. Okay.
Go with honor, friend.
Yeah, the stamina will really help a lot. Where can I buy apples in Stormwind? How many apples do I need? I don't want to be directly there. I want to be over here. How many apples do I need for this? Right, jungle stew. 2, so I need 14 apples. 14 apples and 7 waters.
You need something?
Why don't you have any apples?
Light bless you.
Where do I find apples in Stormwind? I'm just looking this one up. I can walk around here for an hour. Apple vendor Stormwind. Classic WoW. Oh, it looks like Elwyn Forest is the closest one. I gotta go there for a buff anyway. Okay. I'll do that cooking while I'm there then. Looks like it's at the farm over there. And Soul Thrace is a great weapon. I hope that I hope you get that in a timely manner. Like I don't know if I want transmog in Classic or not. I kind of don't. I would just rather have a like a closet, like an RP closet that actually has the weapons in it. Actually, hold on. I've got some wild stuff for you, okay? When it comes to features that I would like in World of Warcraft. I don't think I've heard this one posted around. What I would really like a neutral like a neutral RP environment where you could literally just bring characters over to lounge in it. And I mean like any of them, like between retail and classic, even between the different server types. Just like a dedicated RP realm. That would be an insane experiment. Alright, hot spices. I need 14.
See you around.
Hello.
You want an entire realm based off the Goldshire Inn?
Have a good one.
More like the other server that I don't want to name, because it's still, like, really low-key. But the, yeah, it would just be great to have, like, a, like an open RP space. Because it sucks when you want to, like, go, join, like an RP community, but you have to transfer a character or level up a new character or whatever, right? The RP communities in WoW are extremely, like, separated and, like, fractured. Like, it doesn't have a strong, like, community for that at all. Look, every RP community turns into degenerate ERP at a certain point. That's completely unavoidable.
Looking for something specific?
Skin of Dwarven Stout. I guess I can get that in.
Open for
I mean, look at this person. It's not even an RP server, and their priest's name is Subby Bunny. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about people that play this game. It's like if you make a priest healer character, it has to have some weird, bizarre, submissive name. I don't know. I think that inexperience playing this game, it auto returns after 30D, I think. I think everyone that plays World of Warcraft at all is open to some amount of, like, goofy RP. Right? And there are not very many, like, RP-friendly spaces in World of Warcraft, because the community is very damaged. Like, role players on the whole, that hobby is not in a good spot right now. For a variety of reasons that's, like, way too long to get into detail with. But basically, it comes down to abuse from administrators and stalking. Those two things destroy RP communities very, very quickly. And, it's not good. You gotta have good admins and good, what's the word? Good conduct from, like, safe conduct from users to prevent those things from happening. But a lot of people don't do that. And then, shit breaks up pretty bad. This has caused role players to become very, shy about the hobby. Because it's like, is it gonna go bad again? There's, like, a lot of caution from people that do those things these days, like myself included. And it's tough to, like, form community spaces because there's a lot of bad actors that like to infiltrate those and do really messed up things. An issue, I believe, is that there's so few public spaces for it where it can be done with a lot of eyes on it, so that it's really easy to determine who, like, the awful people are. Now, you don't catch every awful person. Like, it's kind of impossible to catch every bad person.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Stop trying to die! Cease! Man, that warrior was so unbelievably dead. I hope so. So life, so it is easier to move on. Rather than be trapped. Yeah, okay. Remember them when you are 60. There we go. Do intellect buffs work without any starting intelligence? I think everyone starts with an amount. I think warriors have 2. Maybe. But, yes, it just adds to the sheet. They're like, are they dead? I'm like, I hope so. WTF. Oh, that was great. That was unhinged, but this character is kind of a dick in roleplay. I tried to get towards him quicker, but didn't quite work out. Fruit seller. Okay, I need what? 14 apples?
How are you?
Right. Okay.
See you later.
Let's go do the tiger cooking. Yeah, I would yeah, that's why I would like there to be like an RP space in you know, that could be like cross server. Yes, bad suggestions. You're 100% right. Gandair the character is a dick. He is he's pretty judgmental, right? And he's very very like factual and pragmatic, but without tact. Like he's a dick. That's the best way to describe him. He definitely will run through Elven Forest until people stop dying. Oh, you eat int also. And this character's name is Bank Mom. Alright. You're a bank alt. You don't need int. Save it for someone else. Okay. Yeah, I can do cooking over here. Alright, let's make jungle stews. Banking takes a lot of intelligence, though. Holy shit, you're right. I need to go... Fuck it. We need to go back. They might fuck up their, like, their entire account if they make a mistake in the math and the accounting. Holy shit, you're right. I just saved them. It's fine. We're saved. It's fixed. If you had to give your character an RP, you'd say hates paladins. It's, I think roleplay is really intimidating because, like, a lot of the career RPers are too in character. That's why I like really diet caffeine-free, like, comic book style RP. Is the style that I enjoy the most. Where you're just you're mostly in character. Okay, raptors. I have so many of those. Oh, I need skins of dwarven stout. Can I buy those here? They have those in
Careful.
In
I
here?
buy and trade.
They do. How many do I need? 8.
See you later.
Like, I want to make an RP guild on this server. The only issue is I don't have the ability to run it full time. I can help build, like, the infrastructure for it. But I can't put in, like, the multi-hour days to do the day-to-day running of it. And I don't have enough money to, like, pay someone to do that. So I'd have to, like, find really good moderators for it. And that's the hardest thing to do. Okay, so I got raptors. Jungle stews. Mystery stews. Jeez, I'm sending these clams to Len. You can have the rest of the clams. Can't even eat that yet. It's level 40. Okay, yeah, Len gets those. I'll send a bunch of raptor to Ovi. Ovi is my priest's name. That's what I keep saying. I have bank alts named after, like, artists that I really like. Maywix fan and Prywinko fan. My rogue is named after a YouTuber who I really enjoyed their machinima content from years ago, Anoj. And then my mage, my priest and warrior are actually, like, character names that I would play. Gandair is my mage, Len Kai is my warrior, and Ovi is my priest. If you ever hear me say, that's what I'm referring to each time I say each one of those things. Okay, we'll put that away back there, and we'll put the pots away back there. Then we'll stuff these quest items here, and I forgot to put the Firefin Snapper in the bank. Crap.
For the Alliance.
But yeah, that's the sum of the whole thing. Is like I just wish there were I wish there was like an easier introductory like RP space that was not so loaded up with you have to have this add-on and you have to fill out an entire like application form. I just wish there was more like open RP out there. But for a variety of reasons, there's not, and those reasons are kind of valid, unfortunately. There's no right answer to it. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and then it looks like we're going back to Booty Bay to turn in a couple quests. I still didn't find out where that was. Okay, so we'll get this, we'll go back to Booty Bay. Give me your fortune, Sage. Divine shields and hearthstones do not make a hero heroic. True! And valid. Okay. Level 38. I'm 2 levels from Ice Barrier. Give me Ice Barrier back. Yo, this username is amazing. Cornhelio. That's so good. Yeah, I guess to get there, I just go, what's the closest from here? I guess it's Stormwind. Immediately destroys it. Yeah, I need inventory space. That shit's valuable. I can't carry around every Sage's fortune when I can just look them up on Wowhead. It's just lore. Let me turn off this heater, actually. Actually warm enough in my house. It was really cold earlier. It was windy. People are like, just solo it? Oh, I've seen so much of that. Like, you could solo it. Yeah, but maybe I don't want to for some reason. Or I'm trying to, I don't know, meet people. Holy shit, Altar of Zool? Fuck soloing that. That is not worth. That's bad advice. Yeah, I can solo certain quests. No. I don't know what doing. That's a that hunter name is valid also. Yo, it's CG! You are still alive. Keep going. I don't know who that person is, but they play in my time slot. And I've been seeing them since like level 26. I'm very happy that they are still alive. Yeah, I first ran into them in wetlands. And then I've seen them in Duskwood, and I forget where else I've seen them at. But very happy that CG is still alive.
What can I do for you?
Okay, I literally should have just walked. I realized I'm not going to Booty Bay yet.
Light bless you.
I still have quests to do at the top of the zone. Actually, I'm 38. I can probably walk down now. The 41 gorillas are, like, killable. What am I thinking? When I get to, I'm gonna take a short break when I get into Stranglethorn. And, I'm gonna go get a snack. I'm gonna get my chips and salsa out of the fridge. People saying the solo shit is a warrior problem, the same people who ask where are the tanks. I think you're right. I think there was definitely some overlap there. The chips I keep in the fridge. No, the chips are on the counter in like a plastic container so like the oil doesn't soak through the chip bag and get the wood all weird. The salsa's in the fridge. I really want to use like my fancy ass hot sauces. Not that they're that fancy, but you know how, there's like craft hot sauce that people make, like you get like farmers markets and things. I love that shit so much. I like that I can get bottles of insanely spicy hot sauce for like $7 locally and not have to pay $20 to order some like overhyped BS off Amazon. I could spend $15 if I really want some like stuff off the internet. Yeah, I'm a big fan of hot sauces, and I will try like all of them. I think I have 7, no, more than that. I have 11 different ones in my fridge, and I'll make tacos. I'll make like, I'll just put a different sauce on each one, or I'll make a burrito and I'll put 3 different sauces in it. You face down an elite as a warrior. You are a brave person. You are a person who is meant to live. It's unfortunate that you were killed. Just charging in there like Wreck-It Ralph and doing it. Speaking of warriors, reminds me of something horrible I want to do in this game. I want to level 10 Mac Gora people, but with a fiery weapon that's not equipped, and then weapon swap during combat. And then kill them, and then give the weapon to their next character that they make. Just be like, hey, remake it, I'll give you the sword. And then tell them to do it to someone else. And then just make really horrible, like, Macgora culture. But the point is, I give them the weapon afterward. It's one of the non-soulbound, like, level 5 fiery training swords or something like that. One of those type of weapons that's tradable. If I kill them with it, I'll just give it to them when they remake. Then they'll have the power. You're at the good part of warrior, though, now that you're 50. Like, I hope you can do it. Because if you got to 50, you can. I think some of the hardest parts are pre-40 before you have your damage button. Yeah, I'm taking a really cautious path up to 60. Because, like, there's literally one objective. Survive. This is like Halo Reach. That's my only objective. Literally, that's the only thing that matters to me in this challenge, right? There's a lot of cool things that I'm doing along the way that are nice, planning for the future, but the main thing is, like, just gotta hit 60, you know? That's it. I've done, like, everything else. I've done all the raids, I've killed all the bosses, I've done the rep farms before, gotten the Exalteds, I've done PvP, I played 1,000 games of Arathi Basin that I counted. I didn't count the ones before that. I'm estimating it was like 1,500. done everything, man. I don't know. And then it's like, this is all that's left, and it's like, yeah, I guess I'll do some ridiculous challenge. I just don't like the arbitrary ones as much. I think when you arbitrarily impose restrictions on yourself, people don't care about it as much. And it's the fact that this is first-party supported by the company, I think adds a lot more meaning to spectators about it, which is why I was interested in coming back for it. I happen to have time off from projects at the end of the year. The Halloween event in the game is my favorite event, with all the wands that you can get. It's just like everything worked out perfectly. I'm like, yeah. I guess Gandair has unfinished business after all in the game. Like, I was really happy with how I finished WoW at the end of Classic. And then again at Burning Crusade with my warrior. I was really, really happy with how I left the game. But, sometimes a little challenge just nags at me. Level 31? Okay. Emperor Gandair takes care of the people in his kingdom. Here, have int. It will help you not make that mistake again. No, there we go. Oh, that's the best shit to hear from a party as a warrior. Greetings. Classic human NPC quest or dialogue line from the game. Greetings. How can I help? My, you're a tall one. Yeah! Nice to meet someone else that speaks that. I don't know you. Hi, I'm Gandair. Hope you're doing well. I'm trying to get a mage to level 60. Because I guess I just have an unfinished challenge in this game. I've done a 1 to 60 mage a few times, but never a deathless one. You're playing the hardcore challenge out there too. I hope your character's doing well. Was it Ishnu Daldier? Is another one? Your character is level 2? Hey, it's a start. It's been a very fun challenge. I never played on the, like, private servers. I've only played on the Blizzard ones. So I'm kind of as veteran of vanilla as you can be from just, Blizzard servers. But I've been playing this game a long time, and I've been having a lot of fun with this challenge, even though this is going to be my 5th level 60 mage that I've ever made. And it's very fun. I'm critically thinking about encounters, I'm picking my fights carefully. It's been a really good experience so far. We've got little gripes here and there, but it's been fun, and I was wondering if it would be fun as a person who has done this before. And it turns out it is, so great. Troll Priest. There were a lot of memes about Troll Priest back in the day. Why are you a Troll Priest? And it was just the letter Y, space the letter R, space the letter U. Why are you a Troll Priest? A good friend of mine I had back when I was playing, she played a Troll Priest, and it was good times. Didn't feel like doing an undead. Sounds good. Oh dear. These are casters, so I need to put dampen magic up on these ones.
I don't have a target.
But yeah, the reason that the origin of that meme, for anyone that's not familiar, of why are you a Troll Priest, is because people thought that there were better, like, racial options for being a priest than troll. Like, if you were going to be Shadow, people would want to be Undead for the disease spell that Undead priests get. So people would always act like that one was better. They're an equivalent for DPS to the smooth run for tanks. I don't think so. I think that DPS don't get thanked enough for playing well. I think for them, like, it's that they, you know, they see their numbers and they're happy with their numbers. I think it's very much a for themselves thing. For DPS, it's not being flamed. Oof. Goodness. Oh, there's a warlock over here. Alright. Okay, so it looks like they cleared a portion of this already. Okay, so where is this at? The crystals from the... Okay. Not that one, it's this one, right? Oh, it's not this location. I know where this is. This is like down here along the road. Okay. I know where that one is. At least I'm pretty sure I know where that one is. If you look around and don't see NPCs, I just automatically assume that there's panthers. Yeah, when I play a DPS, I just try not to draw attention to myself. Like, hopefully they won't notice me. Is this gorilla just in the road? This is why I don't try to walk to Booty Bay. So it's like level 32, and then this jungle thunderer comes out of nowhere and just beats you up like the gorilla that they are. Oh yeah, I got hyper spawned on. Not hyper spawned on, but I got respawned on. I can actually find the clip. It should be fairly easy to do. Give me a second to look at my own dang page for a second. Go here, go videos. Can't I pause my own whatever? View all. Mysterious paladin from the sea. Wait. Do I need the rest of that URL? No, I don't, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't get spawned on this one. I just, I went to loot something and almost got destroyed. Here we go. That clip, went to loot something and almost got destroyed. That was very scary. That moment I just linked. That was my first almost getting killed with Gandair. Was that one? I knew what to do. I executed the plan, and I lived. But that shit was dicey. I remember afterwards thinking about it, it's like if I didn't have freaking what the hell is it called? Like if I didn't have dampen magic, like how much worse would that have been? Okay, where is the road to that cave at? I'm pretty sure when you're heading southward, it's on the left-hand side. And, like, I feel like this is too far. I feel like it was closer to the... I did catch that on the rewatch. There was another one that could have popped on me because of the the social link. And the most recent one that happened is long. Like, there's a really long one that was recent. Here we go. Some really bad things happened at Goshek Farm. Bad things happened during the Goshek escort. Penumbra, you've seen that one already. That's the one that I played on the stream the other day. Okay, so, yeah, I'm definitely too far south for this. So where is...
That's still charging.
Let's just leave. I heard the stealth sound effect. I'm leaving. Okay. Geologist near the lake. So it's like, it's supposed to be near the lake? I remember it being on the right side of the road for some reason from this angle. Oh, you had to move an entire pack away from the patrol? Ugh. That is, that's not fun. In a Zul'Gurub once, I accidentally walked into, a 5 Bloodthirster pack, or whatever the hell they are. And, the raid was in a pull already. So, I just ran away from the raid. And I rank 1 Blizzard kited it away for a while. And then they're like, Gandair, are you soloing a pull? And I'm like, no, I need to ice block these back. And then we realized, when they realized it was all, like, Bloodthirsters, they were like, actually, can you just die? And I'm like, I guess. That was in, really, when was that? That was in, like, 2000 early. ZG was still new when that came out. Okay, so I don't see the cave that I'm looking for. I remember it not being far from the road is the issue. Yes. The Elite Panther's not. Zul'Kunda. The shores south of Zul'Kunda. I was there. I didn't see Bassies. I feel like I saw like 2. Ugh, that's an NPC. What's a horde NPC just walking across like that? I do not remember the Basilisk quest being this difficult. Oh, it's like Rexar. Oh, crap. I didn't know. Thank you for telling me that. Penumbra told me about Rexar. Thank you for telling me about that. Yeah, it was a Tauren woman. Some name Swiftfoot. Rexar, you just gotta trust me on this, champion of the Horde. Yeah. Oh. Okay, that leads to the Horde place. I'm about to go back to Desolace. And do that one quest there. Yeah, I remember doing the Basilisk quest in, like, a field that had just a ton of them in it. Like, so many. But it was, like, in the middle of the zone. Not up north. Okay. I gotta get something to drink. I'm gonna log out for safety, though. I'm gonna wait till the log out happens. And then, yeah, I gotta get something to drink. Because my throat is, you know, I talk all day at work. Okay. Made it out. Alright. Make sure Sylvanas doesn't do anything weird while I'm gone, okay? For anyone who hasn't seen it, this is from Heroes of the Storm MOBA. When they released Sylvanas, they made this little, animated, like, splash loading screen when you, start the game up. And I just, I took a screen recording of it and looped it. I used to have ones for other characters, but I think they're in cold storage on an old hard drive. Because I haven't been using them. But, yeah, I'll be back in a minute or two. I just gotta grab something to drink. Alright, so I sat and... Not sat, but I stood in my kitchen and I'm like, well, I could get chips and salsa. Or I could turn those calories into a drink instead. So I got a beer out of my fridge. There's water in beer, so it counts, right? Oh, I gotta turn on a heater in the other room. Hold on, I forgot. Crap. there's one faction leader who hasn't completely fucked up yet. I'm sorry? Is Thalisra a joke? I think she's done pretty good. Just depends on how, if you count... Oh, you said who? Oh no. That's what I was worried about. I was like, it depends on if you count her as a faction leader or not. The Shaldorai leader. She's the one from the, their normal name. The Nightborn leader. I think they're they're a neutral faction. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if you count that or not in the discussion. Or no, are they neutral? Hold on. I forget which way they went. No, the Nightborn are Horde. I'm pretty sure. On. They're from BFA. I'd have to go like read on it more to be like a little bit more certain about it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Nightborn with Thalisra are Horde allied race in BFA. They're my favorite elves too. I'm a little biased. Like, if BFA wasn't such a disaster, I would have loved to play one. But retail WoW is a mess. That's, like, putting it nicely. Okay. Get wrecked. Alright. I'm gonna do... my Booty Bay... I think a lot of this is on the southern end of the zone. Alright, we're going for a walk. We're going for a freaking walk. Mystery meat still gives cooking skill. Spirit strength headpiece. Right, nah, I can get better stuff later. With money. Terror Spark respawned? You were there long enough for a Terror Spark respawn and still no Deathmaw? Oh no. You exist in like a cursed world. Like you are in a doomed existence. Does server maintenance respawn the zone? Because if it does, then maybe you get a chance at a server on Tuesday. Oh, I gotta open this drink. I don't know if any of y'all do like craft beer or not, but I have a pumpkin porter that the company out here in Arizona makes. Four Peaks Brewery in Tempe, Arizona. It's in the middle of the metro area, and really like it. It's a dark beer, and it's got some pumpkin flavor with some pumpkin spice flavor too. Seasonal thing. I just hope that I don't wander into Panther season out here, and people don't talk to hunters. It's a sad reality. Everyone thinks every hunter's a bot somehow. This guy in the middle of the road. Go around it? Can I go around this guy? Can. Yeah, they're hunters with the naming thing for the pets. I'd say like 80% it's rehashed and tired. 10%, you know, normal, and then 10% really good. Imagine if pets were permadeath. Dude, I would want to get a monkey and just name him some, like, normal-ass name like Greg. I'm gonna try to find wherever this damn place is. And hope I don't get exploded along the way there. Why does this zone need 4 types of tigers? It's too big. Just name, yeah, get like a lion and name it some normal ass name like Philip. Here's Roxanne. It's just like a bat. I like those ones. The person who has the cat pet named Dog and things like that. That stuff's really cool. Also, if you name your hunter pet the same name as yourself, it really screws up people in PvP who have targeting macros, and it's total bullshit. Especially if you name it after your opponent, if you know who they're gonna be. Like, there's 2 different ways to do it. Jebediah the Devil Sore. That's a powerful name. Oh, they're 41. The Bassies are 41. That's the place that I wanted to go. Arrgh. And then the other ones are like level a bajillion D. Yeah, that's the... That's where the basilisks are. I swore that the other cave was in between the 2 places. I'm gonna walk all the way to BB, and if I don't find it by then... Going back to the internet. Wait. This is, jeez, they're level a bajillion. Why is that just, like, right here? I mean, Death Trap. That place is literally AoE-able at, you know, the appropriate level. Alright, I'm gonna have to look up where that damn mine is. This is offensive. I don't want to go into this zone as a warrior. Everything is more frightening on a warrior. Things are pretty scary on a rogue, too. Elder Mistveiled Gorilla. Wait, there's only level 40, really? I think they're like I think they go to 41. Okay, we'll drop the shield. Just give me gorilla pieces. I need gorilla pieces. I earned those 5 points. Can't take them away from me. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, I don't want to fight a 41 without mana. Since I can fight these on the road, this isn't terrifying like I thought it would be. What kind of buffs can I get? Did I not put a new food down on my bar? Go through that. I'm gonna use this afterward. See, he's only level 40. It's fine. Oh, he's level 41. Oops. For anyone not aware, if your character is drunk in-game, the enemies will appear to be a lower level than they actually are. He hit me for 100! Stupid monkey. No, ape. It's an ape, not a monkey. Get my taxonomy right. Someone will get very upset on the internet. Supposed to get these gorilla pieces, but this would be the 5th gorilla? It's one of those quests? Oh no. Thank you for warning me at least. What? I'm gonna stay by the road here. Let's see if there are any more close to the road. Looks like I'm not ready to venture off too far for them. I'm not saying loaded over here. Alright, I'm gonna continue to BB. Drop quests would be the worst if escort quests didn't exist. No. Vehicle quests are the worst quest in the game. Why, yes. Just take everything about my character and completely nullify it. Vehicle quests are my least favorite quests. This is not a classic WoW thing. This is a Burning Crusade and later. And the way it works is it basically puts your character in like a different state where you're controlling something else, right? And it gives you like a different action bar with different abilities on it. I think the first one was in BC because outside of Area 52 and Netherstorm, there was that quest to control the little robot thing against the Fell Reaver. And then they started getting crazy in Wrath with it. Like, there was a dungeon where it's like, alright, time to get in the vehicles to fight the boss. And it's like, does my gear even fucking matter? And they're like, not really, Lamau. And then people actually complained about it so much, they eventually changed it so that when you were in a vehicle, your vehicle got extra stats if you had really good gear. Because people were, like, upset they couldn't outgear the first encounter of the dungeon. Because the stats on the vehicles never changed. I got one giblet. A single giblet. Hey, one is a lot. I was at MLG Anaheim 1 year. I was at MLG Anaheim 1 year, watching the League of Legends tournament that they were having. And, like, just a local team of, like, some random bros that, like, knew each other from school ended up going up against a pro team in the bracket. And their goal was just to get one kill on the pro team. And they did. And then, like, their friends that were there with them, like, went insane. And they ran around the seating area of the audience going, one, 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 one. It was very funny. Those guys were so happy to be in that event. It was really cool. Cannot remember their team name, unfortunately. It was a very fun moment. Also, weren't vehicle quests super easy? Generally, yes. The issue is when they became, like, started to become, like, daily quests and things like that. Or, like, regular parts of gameplay that got repeated. Because there was no variance. Just literally the exact same thing. You know, and you didn't have, it wasn't your character. That was the part that was, like, that, like, sucked. Like, it's not even my character. It's just some thing that I'm controlling. It didn't feel like playing my character. But yeah, that started in Burning Crusade. Because I remember there was also the flying quest where you were on the Griffin, flying around throwing bombs in Hellfire Peninsula. Yeah, there was definitely a vehicle quest for that. I don't remember it exactly. I would love to see, like, hardcore, but the other, like, I think Wrath would be the last one, right? After that, it's like when content got, well, no, Kata was fine. Pandaria is where shit got super easy, and there was, like, no threat of losing in the world, really. Yeah, the game got significantly less dangerous, like, with every expansion. It's just, the issue with, like, a hardcore TBC is, like, do you do 1 to 70? Like, do you force 1 to 70? Because if you do, people are going to complain. But if hardcore TBC is only the 10 levels, it's going to run out too fast. There is no right answer with a lot of the things that people want from World of Warcraft. And it really sucks. How would you get tuned in hardcore TBC? Exactly. Oh. Okay, convenient frostbite. Like, you would, you'd have to do dungeons, or they'd have to make changes, and changes make people upset. Yeah, there's no right answer once you get into expansions, because people expect the expansions to only be the 10 levels or the 5 levels. Or an over-leveled, yeah. It'd be nice to have certain items at the level that they're supposed to be used. There were 2 items I really wanted in Burning Crusade, and I didn't get either one of them. I was a Fury Warrior in Burning Crusade. And I wanted Cursed Vision of Sargeras. It was a leather headpiece from Black Temple that would give you the Detect Demons ability, so you would see them on your minimap, and I wanted to use it to hunt warlocks and kill them, because I'd be able to see them on the minimap because of their pets. The other item that I wanted was Tsunami Talisman from Lv37 the Blind in Serpent Shrine Cavern. It was a trinket that just procced for a bunch of attack power. Those are the 2 items I really wanted in BC. I didn't really want, like, a lot of things. Like, I don't know what it is about me, but I've never really been into, like, loot, specifically. I like, achievements like events, right? Like, killing the boss is the goal. Completing the, hardcore challenge is the goal. Loot, I don't know. Whatever. I don't like the resist I'm getting on this one. This is Abundance of Caution. Okay. So the resists that I got on that fight are what I expect to get against a level 41. I've been really lucky up until that one. I don't think the ice block was necessary. I was at full health, but it's hardcore, and I'm gonna press the button. Yeah, I would, as a warrior, I don't want to fight anything. Everything is, like, too scary. Okay, I'm getting respawns. Actually, this one's okay, because I'll just go where that one was. I'm a human warrior, and I'm trying to stick to using swords for the weapon skill, because that really helps with the miss rate by, like, a huge amount. If you fight 2 things at once, you're more brave than me. I know I can fight 2 things at once, but it's too scary. I don't want to. And even when it's not, it's like still slow, kind of. I'd prefer not to. But it sounds like you're arms, and I like playing Fury. I'll be leveling arms this time. It'll be a very different warrior experience for me. I've never made an arms warrior before. Always been Fury. His dual wield is great. Oh, double resist. Okay, a respawn over there. Alright, we're out. We're gonna go this way, and we're gonna leash that one. There's a grill up there. That's fine. I can go this direction. Arms tanking is the safest tanking you can do. Fury will be the most threat you can do. Arms is much better at AoE, at multi-mob pulls, though. Because of, Sweeping Strikes. Like, there's like, they're both good. It's great. Arms is better multi-target, Fury's better single-target. And they both smash, like, a DPS. I mean, if you want to get into, like, what's it called? If you want to get into, like, raiding, it's Fury. But, I mean, just open world, they both kill enemies just as fast. Oh, no, you don't tank with Berserker, though. They'll still do it in defensive. With Warriors, the only threat generation talent is Defiance in the protection tree. Okay? So once if you have that, then you can just be like whatever the hell you want. It's weird. You keep running until you're out of combat. There you go. You don't stop before then. If you're tanking with a sword, and you get sword proc, that's great. Yeah, the primary tanking talent for warriors is Defiance. Because that one is just straight up, hey, here's threat gen. But if you look through the talent tree, you'll find that that's where the threat comes from. Everything else is like reduced rage cost, and other things like that. Reduced rage cost, survivability, talents that help you live longer. That's the one thing that is just like straight up gives you threat. See, wrestling rogues I get. But, like, wrestling mages is like, what are those mages doing? How are they getting that much damage? I don't know how I'm going to pull off of a warrior. As a mage with no gear. That sounds so ridiculous to me. I missed. I'm not good at the backwards cock. Like, flipping around for Cone of Cold is flipping around for Cone of Cold is something I need a lot of practice with. Alright, I got 3 giblets. Ah, it's AoE. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, it's really tough to do AoE threat as a warrior. You're doing it right with the arms talent for, that's a really, really good option. And helps hold AoE threat in a way that warriors generally don't have. But, yeah, you'd think that Thunderclap demo works, but it really does not. I'll hit demo for survivability, and then I'll try to get 1 Sunder on everything when I'm doing it. And hope that the demo holds for, like, the first, like, tick or 2 of, like, a blizzard or something. Charge demo Sunder. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, Thunderclap's not good for threat. It's good for survivability. It's very helpful. Like, you do want to use it. If you're rage starved, though, you can drop it. And, like, against, like, if you're only against a couple targets. Yeah, it's skippable. You're on the right. You're doing it right. Okay, that didn't reach. Yeah, I've never done the... well, that's not true. I've done the Sweeping Strikes tanking before at the end of BC. And I really liked it. But the only reason I had it is because they gave it to Fury. It's also why I quit playing a warrior. They took Death Wish away and gave it to Arms. They took Sweeping Strikes away from Arms and gave it to Fury. And they never explained why. It just... People were like, what? Why? It doesn't make sense. I think it was mostly just to nerf Fury. Because we were really good. Yeah, that's why I didn't play Burning Crusade Classic, because I didn't have Death Wish, and I had Death Wish all the way through Black Temple. And then the idea of not having Death Wish in my DPS rotation for the dungeons that I had Death Wish in was like, no, it's like I'm playing the wrong game. It's like, this isn't classic BC, this is an alternate weird reality that I was never in. Yeah, you're right. That's absolutely right. If you have SS, well, you know, when it's off cooldown, right? If you have SS at the beginning of a pull, you can usually hold. It sounds like the tanking compliments are deserved. You have a really clear understanding of it. Oh, well, fuck me, I guess. Here, just... There we go. There we go. We have control of the fight again. Let me use my Mana Jade. Having elemental precision is what lets me hit these things when the enemies should be resisting like a lot. Like a lot. Frost talent. It's 6% hit. What is this? This drop rate is, not great. So I go and get this beer out of my fridge, right? Because I'm like, I'm looking for something to drink. And, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll have one. Well, I'll have one of those. And then I look at the clock and I realize, like, it's almost 5 a.m. and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go to sleep. So I have to, like, kind of chug this beer. A little bit. I'm not a, like, fast drinker. I can absolutely kill a whole can or bottle very quickly. Like, if I gotta. If someone calls me out on it, you know. If someone does, like, a chug chant, right? I can do it. I just don't like to. But now I'm like, I do gotta finish this in, like, 20 minutes. Like, barely had any. Scariest dungeons are gonna be Bard and Sunken Temple. BRD has a lot of patrols in it, and that shit, like, is awkward. Sunken Temple does not have many patrols. It's pretty consistent. Like, there's, I think, 2 Wind Serpents that circle around the upper level of the one area, and the big central room in the middle has a bunch of pats in it, but it's just that room. So if you just don't enter the room right away and pull from the doorway, you can get a lot of that shit cleared really easy. I would be way more comfortable tanking Sunken Temple than BRD. But that's, like, with knowing that in mind. I don't like tanking BRD. There's just, like, so much shit that can go wrong because of how dense the place is. And there's there's a lot to know about that place because it's got, what, like 13 bosses in it? It's a great dungeon, though. Everything about BRD, like the whole sub-zone of BRD is fantastic.
What can I do for you?
I don't like the look you're giving me, mister. Hey, look at these.
See you around. Have a good one. See you around.
Oh, the waterfall makes noise. I'd forgotten. Now, let's play. Where are these NPCs at? Like, the way that this place is, like, vertically set up is really cool. And it's very sad that we don't really get PvP here. Because people don't world PvP in Classic.
Can I help you? Be careful. Help them.
Oh, yes. The ruins. The ruins of Jabberwall. The other ones are in the inn. Okay. I got a Dragon's Call in Vanilla WoW.
Can I help you?
From, Sunken Temple. There were no, melee, so just anyone who could use a sword would roll on it. I think it was just... Actually, I think it was just me. I don't remember rolling against anyone.
Keep it real. Hurry back. Glad I could help. Hurry back. Keep it real. Time is money, friend. Hurry back.
Okay, that's Lesser Bloodstone or...
Hurry back.
Haunted Isle is go to the water. That's Swamp of Sorrows, you can go F off. Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking about it now, and I think I was uncontested for that Dragon's Call. Because we had a Druid tank. I remember that. We had a Druid tank. Good lord. Yeah, I'm gonna keep these in my inventory. Like, in my quest inventory until I need to get rid of them. Still don't know where this is. But I guess I can do that Desolus quest now. Kind of want to do that. Yeah, Dragon's Call is also a really pretty weapon. A very, very nice looking one. It has a wide blade. It's got the vine or like the pattern or whatever on the base of the blade. I mean, I technically still have the sword. It's just, you know, on my retail version of Gandair. Right? Because that's the thing. Like, our characters still exist, actually. It's like a weird thing to think about. Talk about, like, oh, man, I remember this character. It's like, actually, I could just log into it. I'd have to install retail WoW, but I could, like, he's right there. Like, Gandair's still there. Okay. I'm gonna look up where Hostile Takeover is. But... No, Classic Wowhead. Yes. Classic, search, quest. Yes. What in the hell damn what? They drop off Venture Code Geos? They're just at the lake? I could have sworn they were at the mine, at the cave. What? Okay, so I turned in those. I don't have anything else turned in, do I? No. Second part of the Crystals quest line is very dangerous. Thank you for the warning. I will keep that in mind when I go to do it. Alright, I need to sell some things. Hey, wait, isn't there someone supposed to be back here? Why are you in here by yourself?
Light be with you.
You.
Time is money, friend.
Oh, you have good pots. Gimme. Yoink. Nature protection potion, frost protection potion. I feel like I should buy those in advance. Aren't those cheaper on the AH? They shouldn't be, because they're vendor stuff. Like, big, okay, limited time purchase items in Classic WoW got bot camped on my server. So you could not buy Runecloth bag. And anytime it would appear on the vendor, a bot would instantly buy it. And hoard a shitload of them and sell them for like an assload of money. Like, if you put them on the AH, they have to be higher. You'd, like, lose money on it. Because all the white ones come from quests or vendors. Oh, yeah, healing potions. I mean, that's why I have this many of them. I feel like I should buy these. I don't even know what Ovi's at. He's almost a level to use those. Fuck it. Get him.
Glad I could help. Yo.
Oh. The other one somehow mysteriously got bought.
Be good.
While I was in the inventory.
Yo. Be good.
Okay. The level 12 healing potions are cheap. I mean, all healing potions are. It's the... lesser healing potions are just annoying to make. Okay. Was up here and out? And then that's where the mailbox is? Yes. Look, the design for this place is really cool. Okay, so both these go to Ovi. Okay, yeah, I've decided I want to do the Desolus quest. People sell Petri potions for 90 gold. Yeah, people are crazy. They're really into their, you know...
Do I have a deal for you?
Really into having a ton of gold. Tender wolf steak recipe. Give me
Have
that.
a good one.
Yes. What you just said, bad suggestions. Petri does not use Black Lotus. So why it is that much is just... it's just you gouging people. Because you want them to die. I mean, I'd sell them at, like, a price, right? But I'm not gonna, like, gouge. Like... I'd expect it would make the cost of mats go up. I mean, hell, 50 is fine. Like, for a, you know, for a panic pot that you might only carry, like, 1 or 2 of at a time, 50 would be fine. But 90? That's a fucking Black Lotus at that point. No. Something wrong with that. Alright, I want to do the Desolus quest. That's not going to be this stream. That'll be next stream. But I want to position myself over there for it first. So it's easy to just like log in and play. I'll have some time on the Dark Fortune. I'm not on my Horde character. Let's not get myself killed by clicking on the wrong Flight Master. Still nobody talks to others. I'm so sorry. Ouch.
What can I do for you?
It's a 27-minute flight? No, 23-minute flight? Alright, Nigel's Point, though. It's only halfway across the continent. I guess I could have taken the boat from BB to Ratchet, and that would have been maybe faster? Alright, I'm going to do unhinged flight paths. Unhinged flight path. But, I hear bad things about boats, so I'm going to try to avoid them. I guess. Probably a good thing to do. I didn't take flight paths until, like, level 20-something. Because they were bugged. But they've apparently pushed a change to them. But yeah, this is unhinged flight paths. You just stare up the entire time. Very chaotic energy. It's like going into a, going to an elevator and staring at the wall. Yeah, I'm not sure what things I want to farm at 60. I know I want to do Timbermaw Exalted again for the trinket. I think the trinket would be useful in hardcore. Really bit crunches my game audio. Ooh, let me listen to that. Okay, I've been fighting that you're hearing, which, by the way, thank you both for, like, watching and dealing with that weird audio issue that I have. I've been trying to figure out what's going on with the audio bitrate. And I don't know. Like, I'm pretty close to asking some of the, like, the people who've, like, the broadcaster people I know, and just, like, admitting defeat and being like, guys, I forgot how to stream. Why is my audio doing this? It's very embarrassing to do that, because we have the same skill set, but I don't know what's different. I haven't really made hardware changes in regards to my audio pipeline, so I don't know what's causing that crackle. And I changed my audio outputs a couple different times, and it's the exact same issue. I guess I'll toggle some more things in OBS. And, like, just adjust some values and things and see if I can fix it. But it is a mystery. And I have another audio mystery where, hold on. Okay. So I'm looking straight ahead, right? If I have a web browser open playing a video on, like, Twitch or YouTube or something like that, and I have Discord open at the same time, and then if I click and drag with my mouse to the left or right, it pans my speaker output, changing my center speaker to my left speaker and then my left rear speaker, or to my right speaker and then my right rear speaker. And if I drag it in a complete circle, I can hear my center audio go all the way around me in a circle. No one I've talked to knows why this happens. It's very weird. Audio is the worst part about broadcasting by a lot. Video is easy to do. It's easy to get video figured out. Audio pipelines, though, is the absolute hardest thing by a lot. And the people, if you ever watch an event that has good audio, like, those people deserve their paycheck. It is very difficult to manage. Lots of weird, mysterious things will happen. You'll have to track down really bizarre issues no one's ever heard of. Like, the people that do pro audio, I have a lot of respect for them. Those people are very skilled, very talented. And the ones that do it, that succeed at it the most, have a really good intuition. Like, it seems to be able to find, like, weird interactions with hardware and software. Yeah, I did get to, got to 38. I finally capped Improved Frostbolt. I think my 39 point is probably going into Improved Cone of Cold. Or maybe Frost Warding 1. Because my 40 point goes into Ice Barrier. And then I go Arcane to Magic Attunement. So that takes me to 50. Gets me to here. 51, 52 for Magic Attunement. And then I think the 53, 54, 55 Improved Cone of Cold. And then maybe I take Winter's Chill. I literally have 5 points left. Like, I don't know. I might do... I don't know if I want to do Winter's Chill or if I want to do... I can't get full Ice Shards is the thing. I can get 5-3. I think is like the most I can do. Because I really, really want improved Dampen Magic. Not going to improved Counterspell saves me a bunch of talent points. Wait, I lose 1 point to Magic Absorption. That's where my straight point goes. Yeah, if I don't do if I don't go with Winter's Chill, I could take 5-3 Shatter Ice Shards. Skip Improved Cock. Have it really be Frostbolt based. It's been so long since I have not had Improved Counterspell that, like, I don't know what to do with all those points. Yeah, guides are fine to start out with, but like, I'll talk about it for a minute before I before I finish up here. Let me explain what I'm doing with talents. My build is not... I'm not using a guide build because I don't think there are guide builds for hardcore.
Be careful.
Oh, I can do this quest, I guess, while I'm here. The guides that are out there are for not hardcore, right? And they're good guides, but they're not for hardcore. So, looking at this whole tree, right? Shatter and Ice Shards, which is what you use to get the crits as Frost. Instead of that, okay, because that's 5 points here, that's, I can get improved blizzard and permafrost, which means more slows and increased slow severity and duration. This means that enemies don't get to me. You watched me do that elite Crocolisk. It literally did not hit me. Because of this arrangement of stuff that I have going on. Even if it had a couple resists in there, there was still a really long duration slow on it. And that provides me more safety in a hardcore environment. That's why I went with Permafrostbite over Shatter. Because Shatter is very much a damage thing. And, you know, obviously, if you kill an enemy fast enough, it stops hurting you, and then you don't die, right? So that's also a thing, right? If you kill the enemy quick enough, well, a dead enemy stops dealing damage. So your health stops getting reduced, and then you live. Ta-da! Both methods work. I like this one because I feel like this gives me more utility. I could slow multiple targets if I get a bad pull or a patrol, or, you know, just if I screw up, this accounts for that. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not using those. Cone of Cold is a lot of mana, right? It's 246. It's more than Fire Blast at a shorter range. Yeah, it's an AoE, and it slows the target, right? Okay, so with Frostbite and Permafrost, now it has a chance to freeze a target, and it slows them for even longer. Like, okay, but it's still more mana than... Was it 13, 13, 26? It's almost 2 Frostbolts for that. So, in the interest of being mana efficient, I'm not casting Cone of Cold. So I'm not going to take Improved Cone of Cold because I'm really not using it very much. I mean, I will, but since it's not like a primary focus, I'm not going to invest in that. And then I look down here at Winter's Chill. Winter's Chill is great for a raid talent if you're fighting like elites and things with lots of hit points. But it gives increased critical hit chance. Okay, so it stacks up to 5 times, but most things will be dead by then. Secondly, Blizzard can't crit. So my AoE spell can't crit. So this just applies to Frostbolt and Cone of Cold. But by the time something gets hit with 5 Frostbolts, it's pretty close to dead. And you're not really getting full advantage of the buff, because, and this is a world environment PvE scenario, not elites in dungeons, not raid bosses. So I feel like I'm not getting any mileage out of that, so I'm not going to take that. In an outdoor PvE environment, it's going to be single target solo Frostbolt spam or multi-target Blizzard spam. And Blizzard can't crit. I don't need the crits with Frostbolt because I have Permafrostbite, so they're not really getting to me, so I don't need to kill them any faster. And, you know, maybe they don't even get in range for Cone of Cold at a certain point. So, like, I just don't need these because they're not going to come into play in the world very often. And then I look over at talents over here, and normally I take Improved Counterspell for PvP, but I don't need to silence anyone. I just need to interrupt a PvE caster. They usually don't have a second school of magic or a second spell to switch to that the silence would affect. I just interrupt whatever they've got casting. There's a couple cases where you can silence an enemy that you know has an instant cast spell, but that's so rare that it just doesn't come up. So there's no reason to take that. Magic Attunement, though, I would be fighting a whole bunch of enemies that could cast magic spells, so that's going to absolutely increase my survivability in a permadeath challenge. I definitely want to take that. Arcane Missiles is terrible. I'm not going to use that. This reduces enemy resistance to my spells by 5, which is good. And this affects my chance to hit with arcane spells, which includes Polymorph. So this is Polymorph accuracy, which can really help my survivability in a permadeath challenge by making sure I'm more likely to be able to poly any add-ons to a fight that happen. Clear casting is a mana efficiency thing. being able to have that is good. I'm taking it because I think it's like the mana efficiency is just good. If you get a clear cast and then drop Blizzard, you save 1,000 mana, something like that. It's really nice. Alternatively, wand specialization is good. You can wand a lot in a permadeath challenge to conserve mana for emergencies. Magic absorption, having just a single point in it, causes you to regain mana when you resist a spell. So it's like, okay, maybe I go 5 of this, 1 of that, or 4-1 to get magic absorption clear cast, because those are both mana efficiency talents. Actually, so is wand specialization in a way. So yeah, it's all about what happens in an outdoor PvE environment where you're doing single mob non-elite pulls or multi-mob non-elite pulls. And it just starts kicking things off the list, right? Like, Winter's Chill? No. Not going to be a thing. So it saves me 5 points. Silence? Not going to be a thing. I don't need that. In there. It's, yeah, it's a thought about, like, what is for this specific challenge. Now, if I wanted to, like, raid or something, then it's, you know, obviously it's different and I can use standard raid talents. But for open world, PvE, like, questing survivability, that's what this build's about. And there's probably a guide for it somewhere, but trying to find it is always kind of a challenge, right? It's a little bit tough to find the exact guide for the thing that you want to accomplish in the game. But I don't know, I just looked at them and thought, but it comes with having played multiple specs of mages over, you know, multiple years. You know, fire also has its own, like, stuff, like, do I want to use impact in a permadeath challenge for a 10% stun chance? That's probably really good, you know? Like, flame throwing with impact can be really nice. Take Pyro as a really safe opener. I mean, you need Pyro for Blast Wave anyway. But, like, do you need Combustion? Like, do you just go to Blast Wave and then take Shatter? You get Shatter? It goes to 21, so I have 40. You can get Shatter Blast Wave, I think. Because that's what? 20... No, that's 25. You can't get Shatter Blast Wave. Not quite. That's what? 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 25. 30, 35, 40, 45. No, maybe you can.